So there's two questions I ask players at the start of every single lesson, and I'm going to share them with you today because I think it might help you learn a little bit more about your golf swing, or more importantly, how you set up. We know that the setup sets up the backswing, which sets up the downswing, etc. And too often, a poor setup can affect our whole golf swing. So there's two questions I ask. I have a player go ahead and set up like they're going to hit the shot of their lives, and then from that position I ask them, do they feel like there's more weight on their toes or their heels? And then is there more weight on their left foot or their right foot? And what I often like to start with players from is I like to start from a neutral position. If we have too much weight on our toes, that'll affect our takeaway. Same thing if we have too much weight on our heels. If we have too much weight on our front foot or too much weight on our back foot, that'll also affect our golf swing. And a lot of time players will come in and say, well, I do that because of this. And it kind of becomes a game of they keep adding Band-Aids on top of a poor setup. So in an ideal scenario, I want you to be able to set up and I want you to be able to tell me that you don't have more weight on your toes or your heels. It feels like you're actually on the ball of your foot, if you're wearing shoes, across the laces. And what I want you to do a little bit is experiment. If I stand too tall, if my posture gets a little bit sloppy, I feel a lot of weight on my toes. If I overdo and stick my trunk out too much, I feel like I've got some weight on my heels. If I'm a player that sets up with a great big tilt and a lot of weight on my front foot, or hung back with a lot of weight back on my back foot, those are all things that I actually want you to start without. And let's see where your actual golf swing is when you're starting from a neutral position. Give that a try. Let me know if you have any questions. And just to summarize, the two questions I ask every single player at every single lesson is, do you have more weight on your toes or your heels? And do you have more weight on your left foot or your right foot? I want you to start from a neutral position. Neutral position gives you the best chance to make a repeatable golf swing and hit good golf shots.